Good morning students, welcome to offline classes for 9th standard. In previous part 1 we have discussed about pure substances and their different types, and even we have discussed about mixtures. There are two types of mixtures out there, one is homogeneous mixture and one more is a heterogeneous mixture that we have discussed in part 1. So in part 2 we are going to discuss about true solution. So what is solution? So solution means water. It is a kind of liquid. It is a mixture of water, solid. So that is called the solution. Yes, a true solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. So here a solution which contains water, two or more substances are dissolved in that or mixed in that. Such kind of a substance what we call the solution. So the usually solution is what a homogeneous mixture. A solution has a solvent and a salt as its components. A solution contains water, solvent and a solid. For example, take a salt and mix it to the water, where salt is considered as what a solute, whereas water is considered as what a solvent. The mixture of these we get what a salt water. That salt water is what a solution. Okay, solution is water, salt water. In that, it is a salt water is the mixture of water, solute and a solvent. Where solute is water, salt, and solvent is water. Okay. The component in the large amount is the solvent, and the component in the lesser amount is the solute. Usually, in a glass of water, you will take glass of water. There you will add little amount of salt. So where salt is less and water is more. So where salt is considered as what a solute is amount is what less, the solvent amount is what like water is more. Then example here, solution of salt water, solution of sugar in water, and iodine in water, the tincture iodine, and soda water. These are the examples of what a true solution. Then what are the properties of this true solution? Let us discuss here the properties of true solution. The first one, the true solution is a homogeneous mixture. The particles cannot be seen by the naked eye. Yes, obviously the salt particles cannot be seen in the salt water. The solute particles cannot be separated by the filtration. Yes, it is not possible to separate when you mix salt into the water, we can't able to separate the salt and water. It is not possible to separate them by the method called filtration. The solute particles do not settle down and the solution is stable. Yes, you just mix the salt into the water, and what happen? The salt will not get settled at the bottom, and it is not being what happen? The solution always it is stable. Next, the particles do not scatter a beam of light passing through it, and the path of light is not visible in the solution. So even though the particles cannot be seen in the true solution, but even what happens, the particles do not scatter a beam of light. The beam of light cannot pass through the true solution. So these are the properties of what a true solution and about a solution. We will go for next topic, that is what a colloidal solution. What is colloidal solution? We discussed about what a true solution. Now colloidal solution. A colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture of two or more substances. So actually there are two kinds of solutions are there. One is true solution. The one more is what a colloidal solution. True solution is example for homogeneous mixture, whereas colloidal solution is example for what a heterogeneous mixture. Mixture of starch in water, mixture of egg albumin in water, milk, air containing dust and the smoke. These are the examples of water, the colloidal solution. So mixture of starch in water, mixture of egg albumin in water, milk, air containing dust and smoke. So already we discussed what a mixture, but it is what the colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture. There is no composition is different. Okay. Then let us discuss some important properties of this colloidal solution. Colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture. The particles cannot be seen by the naked eye. Yes. For example, air. Air is a Air is also one of the heterogeneous mixture. Can we able to see the air particles inside it? No, it is not possible. So that is what? The particles cannot be seen by the naked eye. The solute particles cannot be separated by the filtration. Even the same as true solution, we can't able to separate the solute and solvent from the true solution. In the same way, here also we can't able to separate the particles in colloidal solution. The solute particles do not settle down and the solution is stable. The same, the properties both true solution and the colloidal solution properties, this property is same. These two properties are same. The solute particles do not settle down and the solution is stable. The particles scatter a beam of light passing through it and the path of the light is visible in the solution. But the only difference is water. Here, where in true solution the path of the light is not visible, but here the path of the light is visible. Why? Because the particles which are present inside the colloidal solution, those particles which scatters the light. So because when they scatters the light, beam of light, so we can see the beam of light through the colloidal solution, but not in the true solution. This is also one of the important property of a colloidal solution. If you go for next one more important substance, that is called suspension. What is suspension? A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture of two or more substances. What is this suspension? It is also a heterogeneous mixture, but it is a mixture of water, two or more substances. Then example here, solution of sand in water, solution of chalk powder in water. These are the examples of water suspension. What is suspension? Here it is also combination of two or more substances, and it is example water heterogeneous mixture. So then what is the properties of suspension? The suspension is a heterogeneous mixture. The particles can be seen by the naked eye. Yes, salt, if you take for example sand, if you mix into the water, you can easily see the water, the sand particles inside the water, and we can separate them. Yes, the solute particles can be separated by the filtration. Yes, if you take a filter paper or a filter which you are using in your home, by taking that by filtration method, we can able to separate the particles in the suspension. Like sand, we can separate, and even water we can make separate by using filtration. And the solute particles settle down and the solution is unstable. Yes, if you keep after adding sand into the water, if you keep that solution for some while, what happen? All the particles will settle at the bottom, and that is not a stable. It is not stable. It is an unstable solution. Then the particles scatter a beam of light passing through it. The path of the light is visible in the solution. Yes, why? Because the particles are not. It is not distributed. It is a heterogeneous mixture. Those particles which is not dissolved in the water, those particles are responsible for scattering of light in suspension, so that we can see the path of light in suspension, and even we can see in colloidal solution, but not see in a true solution. So this is about some important properties of water suspension. So then we go for next topic here. That is some activity they have given here. The solid particles can be separated by the filtration. This is the filtration. By this way, we can separate the solid and solvent. And this is water. The solid particles are settled down at the solution in the solid. See here, these are the particles. They are after some time. What happens? The particles get settled at the bottom of the container, and even the solid particles scatter the light. So here, the path of the light can be seen here. This is the path of the light can be seen. So this is the important properties of water suspension. So what we have discussed today, so we have discussed a true solution, colloidal solution, and we have discussed water suspension. In the next class, we will discuss more about this chapter. Okay, thank you.